Okay, Morgan, today's topic. I already know this one's gonna get people fired up.
Should women propose? Or is that still supposed to be the man's job? And we've got a caller who lived this one firsthand.
Yeah, and let me just say, her story hit me in the chest when I read the summary. So let's not waste any time. Danielle, welcome to the show. We're so glad you called in.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm actually nervous. Thank you for having me. I listen to you guys like every week.
We love that. Okay, so take your time. Tell us what happened.
So, okay. I've been with my boyfriend. Well, he's still my boyfriend. For almost 5 years. And we've talked about marriage. We're on the same page. Or at least I thought we were. And last year I got tired of waiting, you know? I'm 31, he's 33, we live together, we have a dog together. I was like, what are we waiting for? So on our anniversary in October, I planned this whole thing. I took him to the restaurant where we had our first date. I had this watch engraved for him. It was beautiful, honestly. And I got down on one knee. And he kind of froze, and then he said he wasn't ready, in front of everyone. And then later that night, he told me that it bothered him that I proposed. Not just the timing, but that I did it. He said it made him feel like I didn't trust him to do it himself. And honestly, that part hurt more than the no, because it's like I wasn't trying to take anything from him. I just loved him and I wanted to marry him. You know? We're still together. But it's been 8 months and we haven't really talked about it since. It's just this thing sitting between us.
Danielle, first of all, the courage that took. I just want to acknowledge that. That is not easy.
Can I ask you something? When you say you got tired of waiting, had you ever directly told him, hey, I need a timeline here?
I mean, kind of. I'd drop hints. I'd send him ring pictures as a joke, but like a direct sit-down conversation. Probably not, no.
Okay. And when he said he wasn't ready, did he mean not ready for marriage or not ready for how it happened?
That's the thing, I still don't fully know. He kind of blurred those two things together. But I think it was more about the how. He wanted to be the one to do it.
Okay, Danielle, hang tight for us. Morgan and I need to get into this because I have feelings. Here's my take. She did something incredibly brave and romantic, and his ego got in the way. That's what happened.
See? I don't think it's that simple. I don't think it's ego. I think there are things people want to experience a certain way, and proposing might be one of them for him.
But why does he get to own that experience? Why is it automatically his to give?
It's not about ownership. It's about, look, if he'd been planning something and she beat him to it, I can understand the frustration. Not the execution, but the feeling.
Maybe. But she waited 5 years, Morgan. 5 years. At some point, action speaks louder than intention.
I hear you, but here's where I'll push back. She even admitted they never had a real direct conversation about a timeline, so she went from hints to a public proposal. That's a big jump.
Okay, that's fair. The communication gap is real, but that still doesn't explain why he was upset that she, a woman, proposed. That part is gendered, and we should call it what it is.
Is it gendered, or is it personal? Some men want to propose, some women want to propose. I don't think wanting a specific role in a specific moment makes you sexist.
I think it becomes a problem when your attachment to that role is stronger than your love for the person standing in front of you with their heart wide open.
That's a really good line, and I don't entirely disagree. But I think the real issue here isn't who should propose, it's the 8 months of silence after.
Yes, that's the actual crisis. The proposal was a moment. The silence is a pattern.
Exactly. Because if he was truly planning to propose, wouldn't he have done it by now to make things right? 8 months is a long time.
And if he's not, if the silence means he's actually unsure about marriage, then Danielle deserves to know that. She deserves clarity.
100%. I think the broader question of should women propose, yes, absolutely, anyone should be able to propose. But the real lesson here is that a proposal should never be a surprise in terms of intent, only in terms of timing.
Both people should already know marriage is a yes before anyone gets on one knee. The proposal is the celebration, not the negotiation.
Perfectly said. So the real failure wasn't Danielle proposing, it was that they hadn't had the hard conversation first.
All right, Danielle, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm honestly tearing up a little because you're right. We never had that real conversation. I just assumed we were there.
So, Danielle, after everything we've said, what are you gonna do?
I think I need to have the conversation I should have had before I proposed. Not about the proposal, but about us. About whether we actually want the same thing. Because honestly, if he still can't talk about it after 8 months, that tells me something too. And I'd rather know now than waste another 5 years, you know? But I don't regret proposing. I really don't. I'd rather be someone who goes after what she wants than someone who just waits forever.
And that's exactly the energy you should carry into that conversation. Danielle, you are braver than most people will ever be, and I mean that.
For real. And I hope he matches that energy when you sit down with him, because you deserve someone who's as sure about you as you are about them.
The question was, never should women propose. The question is, are you with someone who's ready to say yes to the life you're building together? That's the only question that matters.